What is up, guys? JD here. I hope you're doing well today. Going to be doing a little surprise for the missus. Let's get into it. Okay, so while I can't show how to do this, I do want to talk about in a review format and sort of the surprise that I'm going to be doing for the wife. So first, just really quick, we'll do a separate review here on the performance slide upgrade. This is my pistol here, nothing in it at all, but this is the M&P 2.0 from the factory slide. You just simply take the old slide off and put the new slide on, and it's, as you can see, it still has my Apex on here. So we still have that. We're gonna set it to the side for just a moment. I do have safety caps here. These are not bullets. This is just to protect the firing pin when I'm showing you how everything resets. So on the missus, this is my original slide. So hers just had the old school. It didn't have the fish scales in the front, just had it down below and here. And she had no cutouts for the slides, and she just had the regular iron sights on there. And as you can see here, you can co-witness these sights the way that this one is set up. So keeping this one here, because I think with the sights, the cutout for the optic ready, and then the additional serrations here, it'll be a little bit of an upgrade for her. What I did is I will, I think I have a video with it on there still. I'll go back and look. Hopefully I saved that. But hers had that old school CZ style curved trigger. And when I kind of let her test hers and then see how mine felt, she actually did say that she liked this. She just doesn't like the red, you know. I did show her that there were some color options, but she was like, I just want it to be black. If you're going to do that. She doesn't know that I did this. So this is the surprise, is that she is going from just iron sights on her 2.0 and curved trigger to the flat facing trigger with shorter reset and travel. And she's getting the upgraded slide, upgraded sights, and her own red dot. I'm going to let her have the Hollow Sun. It is much nicer than the other two that I am testing out. I think it is more expensive. We'll put it that way. More expensive than the other two that are currently out there. So I think she'll really like and enjoy that. What I'm going to ask, I'm going to put this back. I hope she doesn't want to pull it out before Christmas, one. Two, I'm hoping that she will let me get her on camera using it. I'd really like to see that, to see what she thinks about the optic. I doubt, she hasn't shot in a while, so I doubt she'll remember the trigger, but she does remember from the closet, so I'm sure that'll help a little bit. So just really quick, what I'd like to just demonstrate with the firing pin safety cap in here, as I completely missed loading that for her. So just to demonstrate the shortness and travel, and then we'll pull mine out here in a little bit just to do like a side-by-side comparison. So that is all the take up, and that is the pin being fired and reset. Oh, I didn't reset it. So again, well, we can demonstrate take up. Let me do it this way. I'm trying not to eject. That's why I'm doing so carefully. And then so I think that'll be a nice little upgrade to hers. And just real quick, while I'm demonstrating that, we will just like to show a safety check on camera. And then, yeah, so we will show take up here. I think they're pretty much identical on the take up. And then that's the wall. I think both need a little bit of break-in now that there's been so much change with the two. So both have a I think it's rated at 3.2. One thing I don't have that I will need to get is I will need to get the trigger pull weight. So I'm going to save this video. What I'm going to do is once we get past the holidays on a nice day, if I can get her to agree to allow me to film, we'll get the impressions from her. I also will fire both of these and give my thoughts and impressions on them and see if I can tell a difference between the trigger. I'll also do like a full dedicated video to the performance slide, but I really want to see what she thinks about the red dot as she learns how to use it. Now it is zeroed to this unit. I literally just moved slides over, so I don't think we will need to adjust that, but I'll bring the tools that day just in case we do need to adjust that. I got my first steel target, so I'm going to set that up. The other part of it, so there's a few things I got to do in this area as I get the piece of land that is dedicated for shooting fun. I guess I'm going to refer to it as the range area. I need to clear some of the property there a little bit. It's a little rough around there. And then I want to kind of carve out into it a little bit so that it's an area that I don't have to manage, because I don't want to run over brass with the mower. And right now I don't have a good way of like cleaning that up. So a couple of things that I got to do, but when we go out, we're going to take the steel. And then once we've done some like zero confirmation and everything like that, and I think it'll be real easy for her to acclimate to the optic. We'll do some target, we'll show that, see if she'll let me get on camera. If not, worst case scenario, I can kind of give you guys my feedback. But they feel very similar. I mean, outside of cold to the touch with the aluminum when you first get on it, yeah, that cap is in there. Yeah. And I have a feeling it'll break in. Fitment is nice, not a lot of side-to-side movement. Looks stock. Oh, that's what I should do. Hang on. So just real quick, we're gonna move this one out of here and just kind of a comparison of what it's like to the stock trigger on my Shield Plus. So you can see this one got a little curve to it, this one being completely flat. And then I do need this cap because the caps are in the other room. So let me throw that in there just to reconfirm. Oh boy, I just like got the oil all over my finger there. So just kind of showing the take up again. That is it. Oh, the safety's on. Yeah, not a lot of take up on these factory triggers, and definitely feels like it's a little bit more of a reset. Yeah. Not much though. Those factory trigger, I'm not gonna fire it now that it's been ejected. Trying to preserve the firing pin life and spring and everything. I don't want to damage it. So there we go. But anyway, let me move that to the side. Part 2 should be us on the all the weights on the top. Part 2 should be us out on the range. I'm hoping that she'll let me film that. I'm really excited to see what she said. I'm probably gonna be more excited about this than she is. But anyway, let's go on out to the range, fire a little bit with the misses, and get some thoughts and impressions.